Just keep your eyes closed. Just see the truth of the statements I'm sharing with you. As we saw yesterday, remember that example. When the moon is shining, you are seeing the rising moon. And that time, if somebody says, "Come home and see the painting," you know the difference. The real rising moon and the paintings of it. Same way, your being with the silence and listening to the description of it. Being in meditation and listening to the description of it. In fact, no speech is needed. No thought is needed for you to be yourself. Just be that silence, awareness that you are. More and more, you see these things clearly. Less and less, you depend upon words, descriptions, books, ideas, thoughts, or person of any kind. You see very clearly for yourself. Your happiness, your freedom, your fulfillment, your love is all in yourself. As long as you depend upon something, on somebody, a book, an idea, or a thought, you can never be free in life. By depending, nobody has become independent. Whatever you hold on to as your security, that becomes your insecurity. That is why you can see for yourself how you are frightened, you struggle when somebody snatches or the time snatches something from you, what you hold on as your security. A job goes, a man dies, woman passes, children lost, book stolen, ideas counteracted, faith challenged. You feel disturbed. It's because you rely on them, which is unreliable, continuously changing, dying away. So be yourself, always in meditation. Just see that very clearly. The silence awareness, instantaneous. Doesn't come or go, appear or disappear. The sound begins, the sound ends. Silence always there. A thought begins, thought ends. Awareness always there. A relationship begins, relationship ends. Love yourself always there. A journey begins from a point. The journey ends in another point. The earth, the universe continues. Existence, yourself, always in meditation. Just see that for yourself. Sarva Vedanta Siddhante Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmiham. Verse number 522 onwards. Kastam parananda rasanubhutim usruja shunye surameta vidwan Chandre mahaladini dipyamane Chitrendu kaitum kaichet asat padarthanubhavena kinchit nayasti truptirna cha dukkani tadadvayanandarasānubhutya trupta sukham tishta sadatmanishthaya asat padarthanubhavena kinchit nayasti truptirna cha dukkani tadadvayanandarasānubhutya trupta sukham tishta satmanishthaya sukham tishta sadatmanishthaya. I hope you have gone back and seen these verses again. As I told you again and again, the class comes to an end. The truth continues. A book is finished. The truth continues. The chanting is over. Meditation continues. So when you go back to your place every day, I hope you also pick up these verses again and see the truth for yourself. In the beginning stages, it is absolutely imperative, essential, that you see yourself again and again. That is where you take the help of a verse, an idea, a thought, not to depend upon it, not to create an idol out of this idea or a thought or an object, but to use it to go beyond it. Just like in the sports, in pole vault, the athlete takes a long pole, hits it on the ground and crosses a 20 feet high bar. Without this pole, he cannot cross the bar. Also, with the pole, he cannot cross the bar. He uses the pole. For the pole vault, he uses the pole. But when he reaches the height to cross that 20 feet height, he drops the pole which helped him to go beyond, and then goes to the other side. If he tries to take the pole with him, he shall not succeed. If he tries to go there without it, again he will not succeed. Words are like that. You use the words, use the idea to go beyond it. You can't hold on to it, depend upon it, and be free. As I told you, you cannot depend in order to be independent. That is why most people are deceived in life. You depend on the undependable wealth for your security. The wealth has no security. these days, especially these days of stock exchange and share market, you see paper millionaires. With the share that they have is valued in millions of dollars. One crash, they are finished in the street. And it goes up and the prices go up. Suddenly you are a millionaire or a billionaire. Next day, the stock exchange has crashed and you are finished. In your notion, suddenly you are a rich man, again notionally a poor person. Just see that. You depend upon something unstable. Not only you depend upon unconscious, inert objects of the world, but also sometimes you depend upon conscious, animate human beings, thinking my relationship will last forever. I feel secured in his presence or her presence. Time will play truant. The time can snatch him away. The man is dead. She is gone. She is dead. A child can die. A man can pass. Anything, anywhere can happen. There is no such guarantee that first the old man, then the young man, then the child. No, there is no such guarantee. Anytime, anywhere, but anybody can fall. Not only as a human being, but also in a relationship. You find a friend, a husband, a wife, a lover, a beloved. Something somewhere can go wrong. Again, you crash. It is because we are depending on the undependable. But then friends, that is life. You have to depend upon undependables. You have to depend on the uncertainties. You have to depend upon the so-called insecure securities to live through life. But you must discover the absolute security, absolute love, absolute freedom in yourself. Happy you are with yourself, but living with the objects. This is the principle of living. You don't look for happiness in the objective world. Why? Because it is not there. Not only there is no happiness in the world, there is also no unhappiness in the world. It all depends on you. Think, just like the cloud today. This morning, how is this? Because you are healthy, food is there, shelter is clean, dry, little rain, little wind. Oh, it's so beautiful. Suppose you have a little fever. Are you getting that? If you have the fever, this gentle breeze will be painful. It's just like a person who is wounded cannot enjoy anything. Take physical example, mental example, both way, gross and subtle. When you are hurt, there is a wound in your body, whoever touches you, you feel hurt. With love and affection, somebody says, how are you? Oh, don't do that. His intention is not to hurt you. His intention is to pat you. But you can't take it because you are already wounded. Understand? something inside. You are wounded inside. Deceived, you feel deceived inside. Dejected. Mentally vulnerable. Anybody tells you something, you shall feel heavily reacting. Because you are already wounded inside. The climate outside world makes no difference. What is your mental climate, that is very important. And in that climate, as you have seen, you see yourself as the space of consciousness in which the clouds of mood can pass, as if in the space. Niravadhi gaganabham niskalam advitiyam. Niravadhi gaganabham. Like the space, always like the space, remains ever unaffected, doesn't get drenched by the heavy rain, doesn't get frozen by the ice, the space is not scorched by the heat. The seasonal changes do not bring about any change in the space. So that is how you are with yourself, allowing every mood to pass, but you never come under the spell of a mood. That is the freedom. Freedom does not mean absence of thoughts, absence of sensations, absence of moods, or absence of human beings, absence of relationship, absence of situations. Freedom is, in spite of the situations, in spite of the sensations, in spite of the moods, you are with yourself. An ace driver, listen please, an ace driver is not the one who is sitting in the car, a parked car. An ace driver is one who drives the car in 200 km, 300 km speed, bumper to bumper traffic, but it doesn't hurt, hit anybody, neither allows anybody to hit him. But at least in the physical world, you may be ace driver. You don't want to hit anybody, but somebody can bang you from backside. The other driver is inefficient. In case of the mind, please appreciate, nobody has access to your mind unless you give them the space. Work on it. Unless you give them the space, nobody has access to your mind. Of course, long before I choose to give somebody space, as a child, I am thoroughly conditioned. That is why the childhood conditionings are difficult to break for most people. Because already you are brainwashed. So many thoughts are already given to you before you know about it. Before you know anything about it, already pushed into it. So there is no question of your consciously giving them a space. But those things later on you can challenge, think over, and decide for yourself. So, very beautiful verses. As you are taking these ideas, you go back to your room. In the beginning stages, you pick up that idea. Not to depend upon it, but to see the truth of it. Because, please know, all the paintings are dependent upon the object outside. Same example you can take. If there are reflections, if there are paintings of the moon rise, it is because there is a moon rising. If there are paintings of wild animals, because there are wild animals existing. If there is a painting of a natural site or a human situation, where those things happen, even in your imagination also. The basis is your memories, your perception, at certain time in past, on which these paintings are based. But at no time the painting is more real than the real thing. Listen please. Other day, somebody came to our ashram. He's a good photographer. So he came here, took some nice photos, and he also came with me to the room, my place, and he went to the top and saw everything and click, nicely. I said, how do you like the place? He said, Swamiji, this place is wonderful, but wait until the photograph comes. Meaning, for him it's a compliment. He used to say, the photograph will be so beautiful. That means what? We have that conditioning, But the place is beautiful, but wait until the photograph comes. It's very beautiful. So photograph is more beautiful than the object. Yet, can you therefore dismiss the photos? Listen carefully. Can you therefore dismiss the photos? No. When you see a person, only one mood you see. Suppose you see me now. I am 50-year-old, 60-year-old, 70-year-old, 40-year-old. You see me now. Like this morning, I suddenly remembered a child. 30 years back, I had seen him. Kutti. For the last 30 years, I have not seen him. This morning, I got a call. Hey, Swamiji, do you remember me? I said, of course I remember you, but do you remember me? Because he was a small fellow, only 4-year-old. Now he is 38, married, father of a child. Today I only talked to him, but I have not seen him. When he talked to me, I remember him still like this. But that small fellow is not in the other side of the phone. The 3-year-old picture is sticking in my head. The 38-year-old fellow is talking to me. You understand how peculiar it is? So peculiar, I am feeling so funny. Because when I am thinking of him, I have not seen his latest picture. It's like my mother passing. My mother passed away. I never seen my mother. I can't believe that she is dead because the dead man's picture is not there. He's always living, laughing, jumping, running, that type of picture in the head. Sometimes I feel it is good. Only few people should dispose of the dead body. Others should not look at a dead body. What is there to look at a dead body? At least living memories are nice. Somebody moved with you, talked with you, jumped with you. That is why perhaps in this our tradition, dead man is not much worried about. Just bury him, finish it up. In the same land, 6 feet by 6 feet, billions of people are dead and buried. Nobody knows. Just think of it. So the picture, when you see me, at this moment you see only one me. But the pictures are more explicit. Why? Because you can, at this moment, if I ask you, do you remember my childhood? You can't remember my childhood, but you can see my album, my childhood album, my school days, my college days, my university days, my marriage, my problems, my trips, my things, my friends. Then now me. So many photos, but I can show it in my body. I can show you my childhood in my present body. Can I? That is where the photographs help. See the beauty of it. Consciousness, truth, yourself is always the same. But million manifestations, happiness, freedom, security, different dimensions. From one dimension is absolute happiness. It is Sat, absolute existence. Chit, absolute consciousness. Ananda, absolute bliss. Love, absolute love. Freedom, absolute freedom. Security, absolute security. Descriptions are million kinds. Are you getting that point? That is why the photographs, these words are so beautiful. But you must know, different words, like different pictures of same person. Hey, you are like this. Have you seen sometimes in your very lovingly, affectionately, when you are a baby, they have taken your naked photograph. Because you are sitting down naked. They have taken a baby juju, they have taken the photo. Now when you are 40-year-old, 20-year-old, 25-year-old, suppose they send your photo for the marriage. This is a boy or a girl you want to marry. What shall you say? How can? And you yourself, don't, shame. Don't show that photo to anybody. Don't show that photo to anybody. My photo, don't show it. Why? That's you. But then what happens? Listen. That photograph is there. The person has completely grown up, but is the photograph of the same person. Baby, 5-year-old, 10-year-old, now 35-year-old, now 50-year-old, now 80-year-old, now dying. Same person. When it's a person, is the person the body? The same body. Person is different from the body. Are you getting that point, please? Person is different from the body. Who is the person who is getting angry, jealous, loving, unhappy, secured, insecure? Are you getting that point? Body is only reflecting the moods inside. Body is not the person. Are you getting that point? Body is not the person. Body is an instrument which is reflecting the person. That is why so much of teaching goes through it. You understand? Because not many people understand is not the body. Billions of people are condemned to the body only. Billions, not million. Out of 5 billion, there may be 4.78 billion who will be thinking, 4 billion people will be perhaps thinking that they are the body only. The tradition doesn't allow them to think they are beyond it. The thought processes are not given that way. It's condemned to this physical body. Dehe pushte aham pushtaha, body nourished, I am nourished. Dehe nashte aham nashta, body is unhealthy, I am unhealthy. People's identity can go on extending. House is okay, I am okay. House is gone, I am gone. Car is okay, I am okay. Car is gone, I am gone. My child is okay, I am okay. My child is gone, I am gone. My job is okay, I am okay. My job is gone, I am gone. My relationship is okay, I am okay. Relationship is gone, I am gone. My bank balance is okay, I am okay. Bank balance is gone, I am gone. You know how many ways you can destroy yourself? Because you have liberally distributed yourself in so many parts. Because you are liberally distributed yourself in so many parts, whichever part is hit, you are hurt. You understand? More your identifications, more you feel hurt. Are you getting that point, please? The more you identify, the greater number of things you identify with, more you shall be hit. That is, I say in our Oriya language, a very nice language. The nice example is there. Jedde bounso, sedde polo. Meaning, bigger the bamboo, bigger the hole. Bamboo is so thick, how much emptiness inside? Small. Bamboo is this big, the emptiness is bigger. Richer you are, more reasons to feel hurt, because more identification. One house in Madras, another house in London, another house in San Francisco, one in South Africa. Right in South Africa, you are miserable. Some stone throwing in San Francisco, you are miserable. There is some house rent goes in London, you are miserable. But some fellow has got one hutment in Tiruvannamalai. Hey Swamiji, yesterday massive flood in Venezuela. Oh. In America, houses are going down so much, the prices are going down. Yesterday somebody, it came in the newspaper. Yesterday somebody purchased a whole house for $1.75. Not even $2. 1.75, because Somebody had auctioned, there was an auction sale. Somebody had bid $1. This fellow said 1.50, other fellow said 1.60, other fellow said 1.75, and he got the house. And after he got the house, the whole thing is crashing so much, $1.75. And after getting the house, he had to pay $800 for electricity bill, water bill that the man had not paid. Anyway, so suppose you say the real estate is crashing in America. What do you think? Oh, why? How does it matter? I have no house anywhere. That is why, please understand, more educated people, more problem. Because greater identity. So do we say we shall not be educated, we shall not be owning things? No. This is where comes the wisdom. Knowledge of yourself. That an object is there is not a problem. That I identify myself with is a problem. Are you getting that point? That there is a relationship is not a problem. My identification with relationship is a problem. That there is money is not a problem. My security with the money is a problem. Because I find security, therefore I feel insecure. Are you getting that point? Because I find security in relationship breaks, my security goes away. There is a security in my job goes, my security goes. Please appreciate. There is nothing wrong with the universe. It's so beautiful. Innocent creation. Mute universe. So innocent. Your body, the whole physical universe. It depends on you. You. So don't blame people. Don't say, that person cheated me. Don't say he cheated you. It's like telling, that fellow is making such a big noise. He is shouting. He is not making a noise. Why do you feel disturbed? Because I sit down here with an idea. I am sitting quiet. I am meditating. Therefore, nobody should make noise. So every noise comes, you are now reacting. But suppose you are simply sitting, you are not having that stupid idea that I am meditating and all that. Even buses go, cars go, trucks go, it makes no difference to you. Why? Because you don't try to be quiet. When you want to be quiet, are you getting that? When you want to be quiet, that is the time telephone rings, now your blood pressure goes. But suppose you are not sitting down, it doesn't matter, even the ambulance goes every 5 minutes. Who cares? It makes no difference to you. That is why if you make meditation a quiet affair, every little noise will disturb you. Meditation is yourself, who you are. And that is something described in million ways. So all the verses are like million pictures, word paintings. All the verses are like word paintings. But don't get stuck on the painting. See yourself, who you are. But be happy, these are all my paintings. Exclusive? No, everybody's paintings. It's so beautiful. Everybody's painting. Everybody. So when we say, I am the Absolute, I am Niravadi, Gaganabham, Nishkalam, Nirvikalpam, it is like the vast space, unaffected by anything, no part, no modification of any kind. It describes everybody, not only me, describes everybody. So, you take this idea, see it for yourself, where it says, Chitrandu alokaitum ka ichet. When there is a really Maha Alladini Chandre Dipyamane, when the beautiful moon is rising on this horizon, nobody is interested in the little painting. That is where a person is happy with himself, doesn't allow himself to get tied down to anything. Understand? Tying down, please appreciate, you get yourself tied down. Objects don't tie you down. You must feel it, see it for yourself. Ishvara, I hope you see that. Do you get obsessed with your car, your house, or house ties you down? Please ask your question to you. Do you get obsessed with the food? Do you get obsessed with gold? Do you get obsessed with diamond? Do you get obsessed with a person? Do you get obsessed with a sensation, with sound, touch, taste, smell, food, sex, pleasure, or any type of things? You get obsessed, or that helps you to be obsessed? You cannot say, liquor made me drunk. I see. Did it get into you? If you don't take it, what the liquor can do? Think. I'm giving you this specs. If you don't take it, what shall I do? Just think. I'm giving it to you. You don't take it. What shall I do? It's mine. I'm giving you an idea. Do you take it? You don't take it. I say you are Brahman, absolute, infinity, happiness. No, you won't take it. Somebody on the roadside says, hey, you idiot. Huh? How can you say I'm an idiot? Why are you taking it? Your father said you stupid. Your mother said you rascal. Your friend said you are dumb, insensitive. All these abusive statements, you don't take, you grab. And somebody tells you are wonderful, you are infinity, you are absolute, you are the joy, you are the bliss. Maybe. I don't know. Why? Because you are used to receiving dirt. Are you getting that point, please? So who creates your obsession? Come on, think. Who creates your obsession? You create your obsession. And brainwashing means, listen carefully, brainwashing means somebody creating an obsession for you. That is why as a child, so much garbage you put into his head that the fellow cannot get out of it when he grows up. So much of garbage going in. Lucky, understand, lucky that we at one time we learn to think. That is why if you can help somebody to keep his mind open, it's a great blessing. Because thereafter you should challenge every thought, every idea that you have picked up in life. It's not once picked up, it's a forever. No. Are you not? Listen carefully. Even if you are living with a man or woman, you picked them up. Or you picked her up when you are 13, 14, 15, 20, 25, you picked him up, picked her up. But the fellow is under continuous scanning. Right or wrong? Come on. In a relationship, is it not true that the other person is in a continuous scanning? Why she is looking there? Why he is doing that? Oh, these days he doesn't bring anything when he comes. These days she doesn't cook as I was liking. Why are you doing that? Because the moment you are relating to somebody, it's a continuous scanning. Not to destroy, but to help yourself to be happily settling down. Now don't you think therefore, the thoughts, the ideas with which you are living in this world, it should be on the continuous scanning? Just because a book said I should take it? Just because a man says I should take it? And who is that man? Somewhere, sometimes. Not even now. And what is that book? God knows when it was printed or written. Who gave? I don't even know about it. But I must follow it. Why? Question. That is why this Gita, Upanishad becomes so beautiful because they encourage you to question it. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasnena seva. Hey Arjuna, know this reality by pariprasna, continuous questioning. Challenge your teacher, challenge the teaching. If it contradicts to my life, I better challenge it. He says, I am happiness. How are you saying that? I love to take it, but I am so miserable. All right, now there will be a tussle between the teacher and the student. The teacher has to prove, the student has to prove how he is miserable. The teacher has to prove how he is not miserable. In the process, who is going to gain? Teacher or the student? Only student will gain. Because if I can prove you are not miserable, you gain or I gain? You get. And of course I have already gained it. When I understand, absolutely wonderful for me. When you understand, it's a bonus. That is what the teacher is doing now. Just paying out the bonus. Happy with the student's understanding. The student has already shared his understanding, how nice it is. And now the teacher gives him this advice. So question and think for yourself. And gives him this farewell valedictory advice where he says, who revels in these type of words? Meaning, forget the teacher and the teaching. Now be yourself. Understand? Asat, and he further goes, Asat padartha nubhavena kinchite nayasti trupti nacha dukkahani. These are the verses like a graffiti. It must be written round the world. Absolute truths of life. Asat padartha anubhavena kinchit trupti nasti nacha dukkahani. How beautiful. When you are experiencing the changing universe, asat padartha anubhava. Anubhava, experiencing. Padartha, the object of your thoughts, the object of the thought, the objects that are revealed by the names, meaning all the inanimate, animate objects. All that you are revealing, all that you are experiencing, asat. Asat means continuously changing. Understand? You know what is continuously changing? You can take it an example of a relationship, it will be easier. The person you marry is not the person you run away from. Person you marry, the person you love is different. The person you fight is different. That is why, as long as you are brothers and sisters, you can fight. The moment you are a competitor for the wealth, you fight. So don't say, how can two brothers fight? No, brothers never fight. How can lovers fight? No, lovers never fight. Sisters never fight. When the sisters become competitors, they fight. Mommy's gold, who you will take? Then kill each other. Father's house, who shall take? Then brothers become enemies. Understand? The lovers becomes enemies. Why? She didn't do this, he didn't do this. Continuously changing. Understand? In asat padartha, not only the objects are changing, but also you are changing. The trouble in life is everybody recognizes how others are changing, but they don't recognize how they have changed. That is the peculiar part of it. All you say, no, you know, Swamiji, my husband is a changed person nowadays. So you have not changed, huh? My wife is totally different. So you are not changed. That time also he was a rascal. That time also she was very terrible. But in the heat of the relationship, you ignored it. Now that heat has cooled down, therefore everything is visible. When you love somebody, understand, when you love somebody, love means what? Because that gives you, she or he gives you security, satisfaction, contentment. That time, whatever she does, okay. Whatever he does, okay. Anything done, okay. But once you start, that cools down a little, then everything he does, why? You should not have done this. Hey, then you say, hey, but you never questioned me like that before. then you don't know what to do. You forget that both have changed. Understand? But you don't recognize it in yourself. You always recognize other people have changed. You, changeless. No, you are not changeless. You have also changed. Asat padartha. Suppose you are changeless, the Sat padartha. You are the Sat, the absolute. You are with yourself. Other person with himself. Beautiful relationship. Why? You are happy with yourself, I am happy with myself. In a relative world, things will change. We will adjust. That is how relationship lasts forever. But if you are my source of happiness and you can't give me happiness anymore, I'll throw you. I'll go for the next one. If this object is the source of my comfort, I shall dump this old model car and purchase a new model car. Old model TV, purchase a new model TV. As you are changing your cars and houses, you also think old model spouse, new model spouse. People are crazy. You understand that? No, you must see it. It's an old model. My needs have grown. This person cannot fulfill it anymore. Go. It's like hiring a car. Especially nowadays, relationship is like hiring a car. My needs have changed. This car won't do. My needs have changed. This house won't do. So break it, make it. What do? You break it a house and make it again. Extend it. The house doesn't complain. But when you try to break and change that fellow, he complains. I can't change. Okay, bye-bye. Do you understand? The model is same, whether it is a person or an object. The model is same. That is why everything broken. But if you discover, this is the language, asat padartha, asat padartha anubhavena nakinchit trupti nacha dukkha hani. By experiencing changing objects in the universe, you shall never find trupti, satisfaction, nor shall be dukkha hani, loss of pain. Both will not happen. Neither will be satisfied, nor there shall be loss of sorrow. Dukkha will not, your misery will not come to an end. It will linger. Why? Listen carefully. Because that doesn't have the satisfaction to give it to you. Nobody can give you security because they themselves are insecure. Are you getting that point? As even an insecure object, the gold by itself cannot be your security because gold by itself is not secure. No person can be your security because the person by himself or herself is insecure. You are demanding security for somebody. Can you give security to somebody? Ask that question. Please think. You are demanding security from somebody. But you never ever question yourself, can I provide that security to somebody? No, I cannot. Then don't expect it from somebody. Are you getting that point, please? This is where comes your recognition of yourself. So much important. You always say the other person should change so that I feel secure. No. If in other person's changing, please take that statement. If your security is there in other person changing, you shall be constantly insecure. Maybe the other person will change according to your expectation in the beginning of the stage, in the beginning stages of relationship. But after some time, the person becomes rigid. It doesn't change or she doesn't change according to your expectation. You are finished. You can find that thing in yourself, the changeless absolute. Asat padartha anubhavena. So by experiencing the sense object, you cannot have satisfaction. Why? Adyantavanta kaunteya. Beautiful in Bhagavad Gita, I would say. Ehi bhoga sansparshajaha. Those sensations, listen carefully, those sensations which are born out of the contact of the sense organ with the sense object. That sensation will not be everlasting. This is a flower there. This is a nose here. I don't experience the flower. Now suppose I smell this flower and I say, oh, it has no fragrance. I'm pretending. Okay? So, suppose this is a rose, think, and I am smelling it. Oh, so beautiful. Now how long my experience will last? As long as the sense organ, the nose in contact with the sense object, the flower. Can I hold that sense organ flower to my nose all the time? Can I? Cannot. So it will go. The moment it goes, the experience comes to an end. When the experience comes to an end, what happens to you? If you feel happy with the smelling of that flower, now that happiness goes away. Then memory. Oh, that flower is so nice. Now I can't get that flower. So difficult. We don't get flower these countries, only in India. So you have to go to India to smell the flower. Are you getting that point? If a sound gives you relief, you lose your ear or the sound is not available. A touch gives you relief. The person is not there or your skin is crazy. The taste gives you relief. The food is not there or your tongue is crazy. You will be miserable. As in physical sensations, so also emotional proximity. In the presence of a person, if I feel mentally very comfortable, in the absence of the person, that also will go away. Therefore, you shall be more miserable. That which gives you more happiness becomes the cause of your greater misery. Are you getting that? That is why, who is your worst enemy? Your father, your mother, your husband, your wife, your child, your brother, your sister. The nearest relationship are the worst enemies. Do you fight with strangers? No. Strangers are all, hello, how are you? Please come, take a cup of tea. Your sister, get lost. Why are you coming here? Your worst enemy. Are you getting that? Are you getting that? You need to think it over. Because the complication comes in thinking, not holding the nose. But what is the new age religions are all? Bury yourself underground, walk over the fire, hold your nose, stand on your tail. What is this? What is it to do with your thinking? Your thinking doesn't change. So the whole attempt is remove the thought, remove the thought, remove the thought. To remove the thought, what should you do? Sing a song, dance to music, hug somebody, or do something somewhere. Then you feel very comfortable. Then you say you got religious experience. That's not religious experience. Music, touch, sensations. That is why it doesn't last. New age religions are like sophisticated sensation change. Nothing more than that. If you sing a movie song, we call you sensuous. If you sing the God song in the movie style, devoted. Like gospel, rock music. Nowadays in churches also, now in other day in newspaper it came in Scandinavian countries, they have got metallic rock. I don't know what is metallic rock, neither I know, but the word was there, so I know. I don't know what rock, but it's a metallic rock. It must be really terrible. Metallic and rock also, both. Anyway, so the churches are producing that way. Youngsters are coming. Now the youngsters may come, the older fellows go away. Real faithful will go away. This passing crowd will anyway disappear. The church doesn't understand they are losing out on both the sides. The faithful, the one who is used to that thing, they will never come because who wants to listen to this metal rock? Same thing in every religious traditions, everywhere you see that. In Hinduism also there are evangelists now. In a sense, New Age religions. Touch me, touch me, hold your nose. No, thinking. Whatever you do, the basics you cannot change. The basic problem of human life is thinking, not another person. It's not food which is your problem. So don't banish garlic and onion. The food is not your problem. Are you getting that point? Don't banish husbands and wives. Marriage is very bad. Who said that? Marriage is bad or you are stupid? It all depends on you. If you know how to swim, water is a sport. If you don't know how to swim, you drown. Water is bad or you are stupid? Marriage is good or bad? Depends on you. Relationship is good or bad? Depends on you. Only thing is, in swimming, you can never blame the water because you have to know swimming. In a relationship, both can be faulted. Why? Because if one fellow is stupid, it will not last. But to be affected or not to be affected depends on you. I can take away your gold. I can't make you miserable. Why do I think I make you miserable? Because gold makes you happy, therefore I make you miserable. But suppose gold doesn't make you happy, you are happy with yourself. So giving doesn't make you happy, taking away doesn't make you miserable. Even God cannot punish you. Why? Things will come and go, who cares? You understand the principles. Think. So asat padartha anubhavena, that language, please don't forget that line. Underline it and keep it. This is like a huge principle. Asat padartha anubhavena nahyasti trupti nacha dukkha hani. Appa. By experiencing an object which is continuously changing, by experiencing an object with a body which is continuously changing, you can neither have the satisfaction nor the loss of misery. Meaning, if you are miserable in the absence of an object, you shall be more miserable in the presence of the object. Do you know why? In the absence of the object, you didn't have the fear of losing. In the presence of the object, you will have the fear of losing. That is why poor man is not afraid, rich man is afraid. You never had a sensation, will you miss it? Does that memory haunt you? You didn't have it, so what is the question of missing it? If you had it, you had it. The moment you had it, you really had it. Because now you are looking for it. Whereas being with yourself, understand, being with yourself, Mahadeva. Therefore he tells him, next language, Tadadvayananda rasanubhutya. Tat advaya ananda rasanubhutya. I told you this is not for explanation time. These are all revelation time. I am giving it explanation because some new faces. Are you getting that? Tat advaya ananda rasanubhutya. Trupta sukham tishta swatmanisthaya. So, when you are experiencing a sensation, understand that happiness is in yourself. When you see something, touch something, taste something, experience any type of sensation, in that moment of happiness, you are not with the object, you are with yourself. The object gives you sensation. Happiness you find in yourself. There is a difference between happiness and sensation. So, Advaya Ananda Rasanubhutya, by getting this non-dual bliss in yourself, Truptaha sanne sukham tishtha, Atmanisthaya sukham tishtha. He tells the student, now that you have understood this, Atmanisthaya, abiding in yourself, may you remain continuously happy and fulfilled. Thereafter, go for the sense object for the sake of living, not for happiness. Understand? You cannot deny yourself the access to the physical universe. Body is needed. Sound, touch, taste, smell, riches, everything is needed for sustenance, not for happiness. So, be happy with yourself, live in the world. The person's problem is when you look for happiness in the sensations of the world, you get disappointed. That is why, as long as, if you have, that is why you can see how people feel miserable. When they cannot get any sensation anymore, miserable. Bruddhastava chintamagnaha. Think. It's all game of sensation. Balastavat kridasaktah. The child is playing with the toys. What is the child doing? Sensation, sensation, sensation. Balloon, colors, touching something nice, tasting something good food. Bala, kridasaktah. The child is playing. Sight and sound, all this stuff for the child, very exciting. But from your, what is the growth from the childhood to youth? Tarunastavat taruni raktaha. As a young man or a young woman, the toys are no more the inert, inanimate toys. Now a living toy, another man or another woman becomes more interesting. Why? In the body, you have the sensations of sound, the sound of the person you love, the way she talks, the way he talks. Touch, of course, nothing can beat it. Taste, smell, sight. Which sight is more exciting than your lovers? Think. You love a girl or a boy. Is there anything which you like to have away from him or her? When you are a young man or a young woman, think. See the psychology of man, how life is. The child is with all the sensations, different toys, inanimate object, balloon. You know all that thing you give to your children, no? 100 things are there, the fellow will be sitting inside that toy store. And you want to get rid of him? Dump him there, finished, and go do whatever you like. Because he is busy with finish. Because you know he is lost. And what are you doing? If you think toy is giving so much of pleasure, why don't you sit down with that toy? All these toys you can sit. You are rich now. You can afford. So purchase, make a big toy house and stay. Why don't you stay? No, your toy is my man. When you are young, when you are young. Tarunastavat taruni rakta. When you are young and strong physically, my man, my woman, nothing like it. And for that sake, you can sacrifice anybody, anything. House, take it, but she should be here or he should be here. You are disrespecting your father, mother, go to hell. She should be there. He should be there. The kingdom goes, let it go. That British king, no. The British king abdicated the throne for the marrying that, that woman. British throne is useless. Why? That toy is more important. Please understand, I am not denigrating something. Think, that is youth. Intense sensations. Therefore, crazy. Balastavat kridas, tarunastavat taruni rakta, living toy. When old man can't do anything, what happens? Chinta magna, only thinking. I should have done it. Why did I not do this? I got a chance. I missed it, man. I should have done. I could have done this. I should have done. I should have never done it. Chinta, only memory, 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 memory. Persecuted by memory. Of what? Sensations, lost sensations. All play of thoughts and sensations. That is why when you are happy with yourself, you are absolutely playful with what? Whatever on the way. I am happy with myself. Which one you shall play with? What is there? Are you hungry? Yes. What is there? Whatever is there, bring. But if you are obsessed, what is there? Roti. Oh, no. Bread only. Again the same bread. Like there are three fellows, they were going for there was an American, one British, one Indian. Sardar. Okay, they are working in a multi-story building construction. So they were packing their food and bringing. So three fellows were sitting down there, they are exchanging note. The American has brought a hot dog. Garam kutta. Anyway, hot dog. So American has brought a hot dog, whatever that is, I don't know, but a hot dog. Anyway, it's terrible description they say. Anyway, so he has brought the hot dog. Then he says, oh yeah, again the same hot dog. Tomorrow, if my wife gives me the same thing, I am going to commit suicide. The British fellow, he opened his thing. He said, oh God, again the same sandwich. Tomorrow, if the sandwich, I am going to commit suicide. Sardar opened it. Ayyo, roti sabji, roti sabji, sabji, roti sabji, roti, roti sabji. Tomorrow, if I get the roti sabji, again I am going to commit suicide. All the three friends went back. Work is over. Next day they came back, they sat down. And the American opens it. Hot dog, suicide. The British man opened it. Sandwich, suicide. The Sardar opened it. Bread, roti and sabji, suicide. Three workers went die. The whole establishment came to stand still. Everybody came. The friends who had overheard the discussion, they said, hey, this is what it is. So their wives all came. And they said, this is what is this everyday hot dog, everyday sandwich, everyday roti sabji? He said, why? What happened? They said yesterday, if we took it, we didn't take it seriously, but yesterday they were telling if the same thing again, they will commit suicide. So the American wife said, at least you would have told me. If he doesn't like white dog, they should have told me, I would have packed something. The British man said, if you would have packed, if he doesn't like sandwich, at least you would have told me, I would not done thing. Sardar's wife says, what can I do? He packs his lunch. Sensation. Somebody is obsessed with it. Oh, no, I don't want it. Very happy person. You can choose. Where there is no choice for you, you take whatever comes. Not that because you are a wise man, you lose your faculty of choosing. You are absolutely sensitive to your faculty of choice. Rather, you are the most sensitive. Very, very sensitive. But if you can't have it, so what? You don't create a situation. You don't precipitate a crisis. If it is there, excellent. Not there, excellent. That is why people get confused. So sophisticated, yet the person can be absolutely ordinary. If there is a choice, you will make a best choice. If there is nothing, no choice, whatever is there on the way, no problem. So, sada atmanishtaya tishtha. Always may you abide in yourself and find the bliss. Then functionally live with the creation. Okay, read forward. Swayameva sarvadha pasyan manyamana swamadvayam swananda anubhunjana kalam nayamahatmate swameva sarvatha pasyan manyamana swamadvayam swanandam anubhunjana kalam nayamahamate. So he says, hey Mahamate, see now how the student, teacher how he said, same thing see the addressing the student. When the student came in the first day crying and miserable and telling, please take me away from this ocean of samsara, that time what he says, Ajnana yogat paramatmanastava. Hey Paramatman. How was he addressing? You are the absolute. You are all pervasive. The student doesn't know. But he says, Hey Paramatman absolute. Not knowing yourself, tatayeva bandha tatayeva sansruti. You feel bound and you seem to be transmigrating. Not only life after life, but while living from object to object. Now when he understands the truth, now the student says, of course, Aham Paramatma. I am the absolute. I am the happiness, the bliss. To such a person, what he says? A Mahamate, oh great intellect. Why? You have successfully used your intellect to discover the absolute that you are. Mahamate. What is it? Swameva sarvatha pasyan manyamana swam advayam swam anandam anubhunjana kalam naye. May now you spend your time, live your life as what? Swameva sarvadha pasyan. Seeing yourself in million forms. As even you are with the body, yet you are bodiless awareness. Same thing in this universe. Everything has a physical apparatus. Everything has a solid, gross, tangible, physical presence. Yet, what is inherent is an intangible consciousness that you are, that everybody is. So, sarvadha, at all times, all places, seeing it, manyamana swam advayam manyamana, continuously thinking over it also. Thinking means what? Being it. Advayam, swam advayam, yourself one non-dual, all-pervasive existence. Manyamana, think. Your eyes open, see, your eyes open, you are conscious. Conscious of different objects. Your eyes close, you are conscious. Objects are not there. But consciousness nobody takes away. Your eyes closed, all memories are there. You are conscious. Memories change. You are still conscious. Manyamana. So never lose sight of yourself, the consciousness. If you take a thought to be yourself, you understand how you suffer in life. Do you know why people suffer? Understand the point. You know why people suffer? Because you rely on a thought. That is why people say, oh, Swami, you don't know my thought, my mind is killing me. Mind is killing you, or you are getting yourself killed by the mind. Come on, take that idea and work. Think. If you say, my mind is killing me, understand. The mind is killing you or you are getting killed by the mind. It's like telling, the bread is killing me. Bread is killing you. Unless you take it. Are you getting that? The bread in the shop kills anybody? No, Swamiji, you don't know. When I pass through the liquor shop, I am drunk. Anybody? Is passing through the liquor shop, is drunk. You can tell me and advise me not to eat sweet, but if I pass through the sweet shop, I get diabetic. Anybody? Right. So just because in your subtle mind, thoughts are displayed, why are you getting diabetic? Why are you affected? Because you don't know that you are not the thought. These are all displays. Your memory is a beautiful display. Which one you should take? You decide. Don't say thoughts should not be there. If the thoughts are not there, how are you going to function? Can you get up and go from this place? Think. I say, go to your room. How? Why? Your thought is not there. And suppose I say, go to your room. Is there anybody who say, go to your room? Yes, I am going to my room. I can see the road only from this place to that. Whole ashram doesn't come in my head. What? If there is a satellite picture, will it picture only your house? So memories cannot be only your sensation, or only your thought, and only place to place distance. No. Complete. See the beauty of this. When you remember your school, do you remember only you and your school teacher and your school bench? I thought of my school today. What happened? My bench, my teacher. Friends, all the friends, playtimes, games. No, nothing comes to my head. Only me, my teacher. Is anybody? The whole thing will come. It comes together. Everybody you have lived with, everybody you have come across in life. I remember all the friends, but at this moment I am interacting with one friend. I remember all the, you are hungry? Yes. What food you remember? So many food. What you are eating? Only one. Which one? I have chosen this one. Or I am not so lucky to choose my food because whatever I dream I may not get. But whatever on the way I choose. Ah, super life. Nobody touches you. But suppose, no, I shall produce, I'll eat what I want to eat. Okay, work for it. Who says not? Create your own vegetable garden, your own restaurant. It doesn't come easy. You have to pay a heavy price for it. Choice is yours. If you say you want to do it, do it. Who says not? But happily do it. He Mahamate, it says last one. Ananda Anubhunjana, experiencing, Anubhunjana, enjoying the happiness all the time. May you spend your time. At no time there is any hint of misery, unhappiness in life. Because you are happy with yourself. That is how may you spend your time. Next, read. Akhanda bodhatmani nirvikalpe vikalpanam vyomni prakalpanam, right. Vikalpayam vyomni pura prakalpanam tadadvayanandamayatmana sadam shantim parametya bhajasva maunam. Akhanda bodhatmani nirvikalpe vikalpanam vyomni pura prakalpanam tadadvayanandamayatmana sadam shantim parametya bhajasva maunam. Now he gives him a beautiful advice. He said, live your life like this. Santim parametya maunam bhajasva. For some time, just keep quiet with yourself. Don't do anything. As I told you, these advices are contextual. The student is now studying. To that student you say, you listen to this, contemplate over this, see the truth of this, then for some time just withdraw from everything. And see for yourself how steady you are, how balanced you are, how established you are in yourself. When you go on the highway, then only you will know whether you are an ace driver or not. Until you put yourself in the test, you will not know how weak or strong you are. Previously, in the days of ignorance, living like a child or a young person, you are hanging around doing whatever you feel like doing. Feel like eating something, eat. Feel like see something, see. Feel like traveling somewhere, travel. Feel like fighting with somebody, fight. Now, you sit down. And all these things, why are you doing? Asserting myself, feeling happy and great. If I see what I want to see, I feel great. Do what I want to do, I feel great. And if the sad part of it was, or the hurting part of it was, if I cannot do what I want to do, I am miserable. I can't see what I want to see, I am miserable. So tired of that, you came to this knowledge. Now you sit down, happy with yourself. Then you see, can I sit down doing nothing? Previously, I was doing everything and escaping. Now, I am not doing anything. Not because I cannot do. I am a past master. I can do all mischief. But I choose not to do. Why? I am happy with myself. Why should I look? This is where comes your personal taste. Are you getting that? It's not for satisfying the God. I am sitting down so that I can listen to the bell ringing from the God's anklet. That's all insanity and madness. You choose to withdraw yourself. Why? You are testing out yourself. Getting out is easy. But denying as though denying. It's not a denial. For a happy man, there is no denial. Understand? Unhappy man, only denial. Are you getting that? I want to do something and I cannot do. Then only is a denial. I don't want to do, I am not doing. Is it a denial? What nonsense. If you say, I have denied so many things, why did you deny? Why are you giving you guilt? That is why religion is full of guilt. Most religions are full of guilt. Somebody is suffering, somebody is doing, how does it matter to me? Why should you suffer? Why should I be guilty for you? You be happy and make me happy. Why should you be miserable and make me happy? Are you getting that point? Have you ever seen a miserable man making somebody happy? And by chance the miserable man makes you happy, he will demand and receive the pound of flesh. Did I not make you happy? Did I not sacrifice myself? Did I not do this? You get so fed up, he said, why do you do this? Why do you tell me? Get lost. That is where you fight out with people. A person who is happy with himself, he has no sense of denial. When you when you sweep your room and bring out all the garbage, do you say, I'm renouncing the garbage? I'm renouncing the garbage. So what is renouncing the world? The world is a lovely garbage pit. Don't worry about it. What is there to depend on it to renounce it? It is there for me to use. I can use, I need not use. Abba. Happy with yourself. So previously you were depending. All the time, yap, 24 hours talking. Now you keep quiet. Let me see, how long can I keep quiet? Not that you cannot talk, but you choose not to talk. That is your test. Not that you cannot fight, but you choose not to fight. Not that you cannot retaliate, but you choose not to retaliate. Are you getting that point? Not that you cannot go to a movie or cannot watch a film or cannot eat something, but you choose not to eat. Why? Because whenever these thoughts coming up, by chance it comes up, now you can smile at it. Previously thought come, you did. Now the thoughts come, you smile. Good. Bhajasva maunam. That is the contextual advice. Are you getting that point? It's not that the whole life you should live like that. Maunam bhajasva, chupchap baitho, sit down in one place, do nothing. People take it. Are you getting that? When you are a student, I am telling you, only study, don't do anything. When you are working, only study. What nonsense. You understand the point. But this is where religion is totally misunderstood. The contextual advice is taken as the life's principles. It doesn't work. That is why people are frustrated. It's like meditation. I am always in meditation. And meditation does not mean sitting quiet and closing your eyes. Be meditation, being yourself. To be with yourself, yes, when you are studying, you sit down quietly for some time. But that does not mean when my study is over, I am taking responsibility, but I am meditating, that doesn't work. That is where you fail in life. Understand? It's an amazing dimension. Freedom, oh boy. No constitution can guarantee it. No people can give it to you. No religion can guarantee it to you. It's only yourself. You see it for yourself. Nothing can touch it. No dictator can take it away. Understand? So here it says, Santim paramitta bhajasvaman. How it is? Akhanda bodhatmani nirvikalpe vikalpanam vyomni pura prakalpanam. This creation is like vyomni pura prakalpanam vat. Vyomni, in the space, when you look, you shall see the massive clouds gathered. And these clouds give you an appearance of city of celestials, meaning changing clouds. Now it looks like, look at the tiger, it looks like a tiger, it looks like an elephant. When you look at it, elephant tusk goes away, tail goes away. You know, the children, when they look at the formations in the cloud, when you see the formations in the cloud, you look at it, ooh, but what is the ooh? By the time you're excited, these things have changed. Look at that beautiful rainbow, one part is gone. But you enjoy prakalpanam, beautiful projections in the body of space. This whole creation is like that, continuously changing. Gandharvana garvate drushtanashta svabhava. Like the city of celestials, continuously changing as even you are looking at it. As we are sitting down and looking at each other, talking to each other, we are aging. We came here 2 hours earlier. We will go back 2 hours older. We both, all of us, came 2 hours younger to this hall. We shall go back 2 hours older. Not the same person. The person who came is not the same person, is going back 2 hours older. Millions of microbes are dead, but we have not taken track of them because it doesn't make any difference to me. In your body, when millions of microbes are dying, makes no difference to you. In the body of the universe, we are like microbes. When we pass, nothing happens to the universe. Call it Ishvara if you like, God. But this little microbe that you are, as an intelligent microbe, you can understand your insignificance and your significance. You can understand how insignificant you are, because not even a microbe. But how significant you are, because this microbe has the capacity to comprehend infinite dimension. It sees in truth in himself. Therefore, so in this Akhanda Bodhatmani Nirvikalpe, in this Akhanda Bodha, indivisible consciousness, that is self, free from modification, in which this apparent creation is appearing, going. Tadvat, tad advayanandamaya atmana sada, tad advayanandamaya atmana, always being that singular bliss that you are, santim paramette bhajasva, and through the changes, seeing yourself as the ananda, the bliss, may you continuously be blissful, happy with yourself. The changes in the world around doesn't touch you. Next. Tusnim avastha paramopashanti buddhera satkalpa vikalpa hetuh brahmatmana brahma vido mahatmano yatra dvayananda sukham nirantaram tusnim avastha paramopashanti buddhera satkalpa vikalpa hetuh Brahmatmana Brahmavido Mahatmana Yatra Dvayananda Sukham Nirantaram. So he says, Maunam Bhajasva, may you sit down quiet. Maunam Bhajasva means not only physically quiet, mind also. Yes, when you are happy with yourself, there is, except by habit, certain thought coming, you don't trigger any thought. Listen, please listen to the statement. Suppose you sit down. If the idea doesn't come, I am bored, then no projection will come. Suppose you don't have to say, I am happiness. You are happiness. But the moment the thought comes, I am bored, I don't know what to do. All the thoughts will come away. Just work on it. Suppose you are just being happy with yourself. Like certain days it happens to you. Sunday morning, you have finished up everything, got up late, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, sleep well. Then have a nice breakfast at 12 o'clock. Then resting, you have decided not to go anywhere. When to go? Nothing. If your telephone is not ringing, you don't feel unpopular. You feel relaxed. Good. Or you switch it off. Vanda the phone, Vanda. I don't want any phone calls today. Switch off. Not that you don't want. Not necessary. And by chance that time some people come and tell you, hey, are you there at home? Or call you up. Hey, we are all going, will you like to come? Thank you so much. You please go. Today I am not in a very big mood, but it's wonderful. Thank you so much to remember me. I'll come again. Release that. Are you getting that point? Like that, when you are sitting alone, happy with yourself, no friends come to invite you. Thoughts by habit come. Why sitting? Go somewhere now. Who is talking to you? When you are sitting down alone, who is talking to you? Who is tempting you? Who is suggesting? Come on, who is suggesting? If you are aware, it is a suggestion. If you are not aware, command, movie, movie. Only you can know for yourself. Nobody else will know. With what attitude you are moving. Are you getting that point? With what attitude you are moving. You are in a place. Are you escaping yourself because you are bored here, therefore you are going, or you chose to go? Only you shall know. Other person cannot say. That is why in the teaching, when you are being taught, suppose the teacher says, stay home for 12 hours or don't talk for 2 days. It is not to punish, to test out your strength. And now the teacher has said, okay, no talk for 2 days, all right. Then you will know how restless you are. How unconscious you said, okay, can you tell me now, all of you, can you remember the first word that you told this morning? The first word. Don't try to make up. The first word. I can guarantee you, none of you will remember. None of you. Because not many people do that. You ask me, it's not that I'm showing off. My first word was, huh. That boy was coming in, I said, hey, because it was raining, I thought Arunachal will sleep, he won't come. I said, right, that was the first word. Can you try to remember your first word from tomorrow? Please try to do that. You shall clearly see, there will be so many statements coming, not that the first word came, so many thoughts came before. The moment you wake up, the first thought. Can you remember? Be conscious like that, you'll see. First thought. The moment you wake up, which is the first thought? You must be conscious for that. Whatever your first thought, that's not your first speech. Because you don't speak until you meet people. Unless you are a guy who talks to yourself. That's a different guy. The moment you get up, you don't talk. But are you aware of your first thought? If you are not aware of your first thought, you are not aware of your first action either. Getting up, going, no. You do habitually get up and go, do something. Then you remember, where is my this? Where is my that? Oh, I see. Very conscious. Reading. First thought. First word that you speak. Remember? Then, it will make you absolutely conscious. Do you know why? Because so many thoughts are coming. Which word I shall speak first? Because I am not talking for the whole night. Let me start with a good word at least. That is why you are consciously doing it. Okay. Remember myself. There is a pratasmaranam. Pratasmarami rudhi sanspuradatma tattvam satchit sukham paramahamsa gatim turiyam. Your mind sings. You make it sing. Remember, I remember in the morning, the absolute consciousness, all-pervasive that I am. Yours speaks. You can chant if you like. Not habitually. If you habitually chant, it's a tape recorder. Tape recorder chants everything, never enlightened, no? It talks discourses also. The tape recorder gives discourse. But the fellow has not got nothing. Remember first. So, tushtim, please, maunam bhajasya. Not to punish yourself, but to test yourself. And then, what do you do? Tushnim avastha paramopasanti. Abba. Tushnim. Tushnim means Sanskrit, very difficult to translate in English. Tushnim. Tushni bhava. Tushni bhava means nothing in front of you. There is no chesta. No, tushnim bhava means there is no effort on your part even to think or not to think. That's vital, simply. Stunned, you can say that. But stunned now, stunned means an induced state. Like somebody gives you bad news, you are stunned. Huh? He's dead? We are not talking about that variety. Here, you are so happy, contented, restful with yourself, you don't want to do anything. Why don't you do this? It's okay. Not that you cannot do. It's all right. Not because you are lazy, lethargic. And when you choose to do, you do. 200% active. Lethargic is what? Lethargic is always lazy. Always lazy. Why don't you go and do something? Why don't you walk? No, I'm tiring, Why don't you eat? Yes, we'll go. Come. Eating time, absolutely ready. Food time, 200% alert. Who got more? Who got less? I got this, I got that. Right? And working time? We'll see. And now I'm in meditation. If you engage all the time in work only, then how can I meditate? True. Very difficult. Understand. That tushnim bhava is a sense of bliss overtakes you all times. Even if you are talking, I don't know how to say, it will come now. Walking, running, jumping, doing everything, all the time. It will come in, it comes next verse, it will come. After one verse, it will come. Always at rest with yourself. But in order to do that, what happens? First, for some time, you consciously abide. Then, consciously open your eyes, move out, never losing sight of yourself. Because you are walking, you are not losing sight of yourself. Because you are doing something, you are not losing sight of yourself. Your beginning is always with yourself, who you are. Understand? Just like a shopping. Huh? What is this, Swamiji? What type of example is that? But what can I do? It's just like shopping. Do you carry the whole money in your bank to the shop? When you go shopping, suppose you have got 500,000 rupees or $500,000 in your bank account. Just tell a story. $500,000, 1 million, 500,000, 100,000 also. You have got in your bank. Do you carry the whole thing in with you? Even the other day when I was in France, I went to one crystal shop. And the crystal shop, then the man said, Swamiji, you don't take any money. I have got something, I'll give it. I said, good. Because I didn't want to do that. A few dollars I had. One fellow had asked for a very good crystal. Anyway, doesn't matter. I said, okay, let's go and see. And we saw what I liked, what the person had chosen for was a wildlife thing, and it's a very costly, almost $1,000, $1,200. They say, yo, Swamiji, I thought it will be $100, $200 because my card has only $200 limit. Why? By chance he loses, $200 he will lose. Very careful. That's good. So even on your card, you can't have the full money in your bank in your card. Little money you put. Why? You don't lose it. But when you are going for shopping, you know how much capacity you have. At any time you know your bank balance, right or wrong. Anybody forgotten here? Those of you who have bank balance. Those you don't have, don't have. But those of you who have bank balance, you know exactly how much money is there. How much fixed deposit? How much money is there? You know it. And when you go for a shopping, suppose you have got $250,000 in your bank, you can purchasing a nice thing, or 10,000, okay. Why? It's very good. All right. You have not money, but you have the notion, you have the idea. It is in the bank, therefore. So as even you carry your purchasing capacity with you, even though the money is in the bank, your strength goes with you wherever you go. You know who you are. You don't forget yourself. Just like you don't forget your misery. Even though that man thinks he is miserable, so miserable fellow going everywhere. Miserable fellow interacting. Unhappy fellow interacting. So if you can carry your misery everywhere, why is it difficult to carry your happiness everywhere? Are you getting that point, please? If you can carry your misery, why can't you carry your happiness? If you can't carry your happiness means, you don't know what your happiness is. That is why you can't carry it. If you know it, you can't get out of it. Misery you cannot carry all the time because memories. Misery comes in a memory. That is why happiness and misery are both two sides of a coin. Being miserable and being free from it are two sides of a coin. But happiness is not two sides or one side of a coin. It is the thing. A thought comes, misery. Thought goes away, relief. Yourself is not a relief. It is the truth. Always there. Like cloud comes, cloud goes. Space is always there. Thought comes, thought goes. You are always there. So always being with yourself. Okay. Therefore, in that tusnim bhavam parama upashanti, that is the parama upashanti. Tusni mabastha paramo upashanti. Where a parama upashanta, everything is withdrawn, you are happy with yourself. Even in the presence of things, you are with yourself. Buddhi rasatkalpa vikalpa heto. Buddhi, buddhehe asatkalpa vikalpa heto. This is the one, what happens? Brahmatmana brahmavido mahatmana. Brahmatmana brahmavidah mahatmana. Those brahmavidah, the people, those who are aware of themselves, for them, they know buddhe asatkalpa vikalpetu. It is the buddhi, call it mind, thoughts, all that you have seen before, which is responsible for this vikalpana, ups and downs, moods of various kinds, memories of various kinds. But in reality, I am not that. Yatra advayananda sukham nirantaram, where in me, nirantaram advayanandam sukham, continuously, all times, all places, all conditions, absolute bliss. That indeed is myself. And that's something, hey, Mahamate, O great intellect, bright boy, you be always with yourself. We read the verses, we shall see in the afternoon. Nasti nirvasanat maunat param sukhakruduttamam vijñātātma sarupasya svananda rasapāyinah nasti nirvasanat maunat param sukhakruduttamam vijñātātma sarupasya svananda rasapāyinah. So svananda rasapāyinah vijñāta atma truptasya. This is the name of the person. Vijñāta atma truptasya. Vijñāta atma sarupasya. Vijñāta atma sarupa. One who is knowing himself. Atma sarupa vijñāta. One who knows himself. And therefore ananda rasapayi. Always drinking the elixir of bliss. Meaning happy with himself. They are all poetry. Being happy with himself. For such a person, nirvasanat maunat param sukhakruduttamam nasti. There is nothing, no greater happiness. There is no greater happiness than maunat nirvasanat. There is no greater happiness than just being with himself. Absolutely quiet, no thought, no ideas. Not that the thoughts will ever make him miserable. Not that the speeches will make him miserable. But even that much he does have to do in order to be happy in life. Understand? For your happiness, you don't have to do anything in life. For your living, you have to do everything in life. Don't mix up the issues. When they say, don't do anything, it's not for living. People misunderstand. For your happiness, you don't have to do anything. But for living, you have to do everything. What people do, just other way around. They're struggling for happiness, and for living, they're praying. To make a living, the fellow is praying. And to be happy, he is struggling. It's just the other way around. To be happy, what should you do? Be yourself. But for living, do everything possible. That is why to keep the place clean, listen carefully, to keep the place clean, making it convenient for everybody, tremendous activity. Really, that tremendous activity. To maintain your body, it takes attention. Maintain other people's health. How much attention needed? But to be happy, you don't have to do anything. Nirvasanat maunat param sukhakruduttamam nasti. There is nothing greater blessing than bliss than that. Because in one Upanishad, it comes in Ashtavakra Gita. Very nice. You listen to that, those are all absolute statements. They are like, wow. Vyapare khidyate yastu unmesha nimeshayorapi tasya alasya dhurinasya sukham nanyasya kasyachit. Who is the happiest man in the world? He describes. Who is the happiest man in the world? The master idler. Wow. I know, that is why I don't do anything. I just simply eat and sleep. Not that variety. Which is the person? One who feels exhausted. Vyapare khidhyate. One who feels exhausted to open or close his eyes. Even this much he doesn't want to do to be happy. This much action also is redundant to be happy. That is the point. To be happy with yourself, you don't have to be even open your eyes or close your eyes. You're happy with yourself. Master idler. Such a person, very happy with himself, contented with himself, he doesn't have to do this much. Whereas idler is one, he will be idling for exhausting work, but very happy to open his mouth when the food time comes. Sleeping, very comfortable. Waking and work, ayo. Here it is total, that is why two extremes meet, people misunderstand. A happy person is, when you say inactive means what? There is no such activity which will make him, give him happiness. If suppose, think, you are happy to walk, you are happy to sing, you are happy to relate, you are happy to eat. It's different from by eating I am happy, by relating I am happy, by dancing I am happy, by walking I am happy. By walking you are happy. If you can't walk, you will be unhappy. If you can't dance, unhappy. If you can't relate, unhappy. Can't eat, unhappy. Suppose you are happy to eat, suppose you can't eat, still you are happy. Because you begin with happiness. Are you getting that point? Happy to relate. If you can't relate, so what? Because to relate, other person is needed, no? Are you getting that? To eat, other thing is needed. To be happy, what other things needed? Suppose to be happy, if other things or other person is needed, then you will be miserable. Because it depends on other things being available or other person being available. Suppose person is not there, thing is not there, you are miserable. But suppose you are happy, it is there, happy. Not there also, happy. Nothing needs to be done. When? We'll see that in the afternoon. Gachan, tishtan, walking, running, jumping, doing everything in life. Yet you are absolutely blissful. Close your eyes.